Among Us. Hi everyone, Digga here, and I have a bunch of Toikido Among Us crewmate stampers that I found at Target a couple months ago. I never opened them, I plan to do a video, and you know what? Here it is. Let's open these bad boys up. Oh gosh. So let's start off with the Imposter. I saw this when they first announced the product pictures, and I really liked the sculpting that went into it, and I was really intrigued. So here we are. This is the Imposter crewmate stamper. Comes with 3 hidden hats. It's very fancy looking. There's a bunch of other different characters, and Toikido is doing just an absolute landslide of figures. I've been trying to keep up on Twitter, and for the most part, I think I've got everything, especially we got that Nendoroid Among Us coming soon. Anyway, so yeah, there's something really cool about the sculpt work done on this, and they have like the 4-inch figures and stuff coming soon, but I wanted to grab this because it looks super nice. So let's get it open. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy out. See what he's all about. Just an absolute behemoth of a suspicious space person. All right, let's toss the trash out of the way. There's a nice little space background, but as you can see, I already kind of got that already. So here's the stamper itself. There are 3 hats. It looks like there is a Viking hat, there's a fedora, and some sort of beanie. Let's get all this out. These are very, very small hats. I think they can actually, they got pegs on the bottom. I was going to say you could probably put these on other figures, but maybe you could probably get them to hold it. I don't know. Just move those out of the way. Very loud. Let's take the hat off for a second. Here he is. This is the Imposter stamper. And again, as you can see, it looks amazing. It's got like the sort of the Venom vibe here with the spiky tongue, the spiky teeth. I like this aesthetic. It's really cool. You know, even if you're not like the biggest Among Us fan, it does look pretty sweet. There's even some articulation in the hands, which is really nice. It's a very, very bold, almost like a grimace purple. Ugh. So the stamper does not come off the base because the base itself is actually a stamp. So, you know, you can go around to your friends' very important paperwork. You can put this on their taxes. You can put this on their checks. You can put this wherever you want. You can just, you know, stamp a little insignia on whatever cool things you so desire. It's really neat, but I didn't want to get it just for the stamping. I got it for the figure itself. So looking over it again, you have the almost like the dual color teal here, with a darker outline, actually pretty nicely painted. I believe this was only, it was either $8.99 or $9.99. I should remember my stuff more, but that's okay. It kind of looks like there's articulation in the legs. That's the stamp. It kind of looks like there's articulation in the legs, but that's not the purpose of this figure. It's just to be like almost like a statue, really. This is something you'd see in a collector's edition, I think. Well, I mean, they have a collector's edition coming out, but you know, don't worry about that. On the back, you have the Inner Sloth LLC here. You've got the giant like backpack or whatever the actual term is for it. I'm not quite sure what all this extra guff is. There's a little scuff mark, but you know what? It's fine. There's no more articulation over here, but the hands do move. The hands can probably hold something if you want to put them there. Let's look at the hats really quick. So again, we have the little Viking helmet. It's actually nice that they have the peg so I can show off the whole thing by rotating it all fancy like. You got the Viking helmet, you have the sort of the like fedora, the crime solver hat, like a detective. And then almost comically out of scale, you have this, or rather the ones are, maybe the other ones are small. You have this big old beanie here. Looking very comfy actually. So if you bring it over to this figure, he comes with this on, and you just kind of peg it to the top. And yeah, so you can change your hats. That's one of the cool things about this line of figures that Toikido is making, is that there's a lot of swappability. You can change the hats, change the bodies, all that stuff. Let's try the other hats. Let's get it back in frame. Put the little Viking hat on like Animal Crossing. Look at that, it's so funny. It's so tiny. I like that. I have nothing else to say. And let's put on the little almost sort of the detective's hat, I suppose is what it is. Oh, very dapper, very, very fancy. So yeah, not much else to say about this. It's a really cool figure. I like the sculpt. I like the way it looks. It is a stamper, so, you know, kids can have fun with it, and anyone can stamp whatever they want. And I was really impressed by the way it looks, so I had to pick it up immediately. Let's put the hats over here. He can pick whatever he wants. Actually, can he hold the hat? He can kind of hold a hat. It's almost like a little shield there. Actually, yeah, I think the pegs are just the right size where you can hold the hats too. Okay, I get it. All right. I see what's happening here. I figured out how to play with the stamp toy. Nice. All right, let's move on to the smaller one, shall we? Okay, so these are the smaller stampers. I believe they were under $3 each, but again, don't quote me on that. It's been a while and I don't remember how much they cost. This one's trying to escape. You can see it's very clearly moving. That might be the imposter. You'd never know. Let's start with him first, because he seems a little jumpy here. So these are the really small stampers. There's Beardy Boy, Sprout Man, Cheesehead. I like the Cheesehead. It's very cute. Just a regular sort of white crewmate. There's an egg on top of that one's head. There's the ski cap again. There's Cherry Blossom. And then over here you can see what they look like. They're pretty small, and it's really cool because I've been waiting for the other figures to come out, but as soon as I saw these, I wanted to grab them because they work really well for if you're playing a board game with friends. You can have little crewmates, so you can even make your own little Among Us board game if you wanted to. So you have the regular red, you got a ghost. They don't have any of the ghost figures, unfortunately, but maybe that's in the works. There's one of the UFO hats flying around. There's the Viking hat. There's the hat, the double top hat, Debonair here, and Solid Snake, but he's orange. So here's the back. Here's all of the figures. It's really kind of hard to see that, but on top of the ones I mentioned earlier, there is is that the Plague Doctor, I think? Whatever that one is. There's the horned one as a fedora. There is a small figure with the bone. There's 6 rare figures. There's the top hat one, the alien friend, the plunger, the Cheesehead, I think that's a crown, and then the imposter. Yeah. So these are really small, really cute, very useful for a lot of different practices. Practices? What does that mean? Whatever you want to do them, you do stuff, whatever. I don't have anything else to say. This isn't scripted. Let's dig into these, shall we? Let's use scissors to open the top of these, shall we? Yeah. How else are you gonna open it up? Hands all shaky. I'm so excited for this. All right. I mean, I've had these for months. I feel really bad that I haven't done a video, but again, you know, don't worry about it. So here's the list of all the crewmates you can get. Now you can actually see this. I should just wait. It's fine. These are all stampers, just smaller. And on the back, you do have all of them. Now we can actually see them much more clearly. Yeah, that is indeed a crown on the pink one down there. And you can see the bone figure. I want that. It's really cool. I think this one that's not a ghost one, right? That's, he's just kind of like a plant? Whatever. Anyway, so the first figure, I'm gonna make like a little banner here. The first figure we have is the Plague Doctor, the one with the mask on. Yeah, this is really nice. Look at this. He's got his little top hat. He's got the red paint on the goggles. He's got the beak. He's got everything you could want and more. And of course, each one has its own unique insignia of the figure you have, which is really cool. This is a pretty big win. Also, I just realized you can twist to unlock it. Duh. Maybe that's how the other one works too. It's really nice. Very tiny. Let's get this out of the way, actually. I have to start like a little trash box here. I could probably just pull this off. Yeah. Let me just put my scissors away. Let's see what we got next. It's been a while since I've opened a bunch of random small boxes of things. Oh, this feels like 2 parts. Oh, no, it's the Viking one. They all have their own little baggies, too. That's pretty cute. Almost like a little containment. Yeah, detail's really nice. And, of course, it's got the Viking... I touched it a bit. It's got the Viking insignia. You can use this when people send you letters. This can be your seal. You can say, hey, I have my own family crest. I will stamp this onto my formal letters. I should actually try that. Do I have a piece of paper nearby? Totally unprepared for this. Oh, well, duh. You know what I could use? I could use the bottom of the of the amiibo packaging from earlier. Yeah, the Samus, the Metroid Dread amiibo. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's give it a stamp. Seal of approval. That actually came out really nice. Yeah, it's high quality. So yeah, they work very nicely, and they're really nicely made too. Nicely. That's all I can say. That's the problem with being like a super positive person. I end up just saying inevitably like, oh, this is lovely, this is beautiful, this is great. I run out of synonyms. This one's very destructive. I should probably just, it's going to be one of the rare ones. Oh, no, it is the Solid Snake one, or rather just the one with the bandana. Yeah, this is a very nice little bandana here. A little bit of some scuffs, no problem. But it does have a sort of like a tangerine, like a, what's the orange equivalent of mustard? Dirt? What does that even mean? I don't know. This one doesn't even have tape. Oh, this might have been tampered with. Someone might have replaced the contents of this box with a rock. Or a stale cookie. Oh, look at that! It's toilet paper. I thought it was just gonna be the regular red crewmate, but he's got the TP on his head. Look at that. It's all what ply is it? Is that 1-ply? Very cheap. The stamp kind of looks like a chef's hat, though. I don't know if you could probably tell. Yeah. That's really cool. Let me just grab one of these banners again really quick, just double check the rare ones. The red crewmate did have the TP. It looks like actually there's no normal red crewmate. It's just he's got the TP on. Interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, these are gonna be just destructive. That's a duplicate. That's all right. I'm gonna have to save that for later. I'll put him in the pile of shame. Do I have a shame like ball pit or something? Can I just like shove it back into a realm unseen? How about this? We'll have this tray, and the duplicates can go in the tray of shame, and just kind of leave it back there. Like I didn't even like peel this off properly. Yeah. Okay, what's next? You go into the tray of shame that, you know, you could tell that there was not a single iota of thought put into presenting the duplicates. These are all completely random. There's no, codes like other blind bag toys sometimes have. Oh, look, another duplicate. All right, well, we're off to a riveting start here. But you know what? I'm glad that I was able to get these because, you know, the way the world is right now, shipping is just ridiculous, and it's really hard to find stuff in stores these days. And even if I get duplicates, I can always give them to friends, all that good stuff. Speaking of, I thought I diversified my grabbing a bit. Also, I've never seen these again. Literally, I went to Target once. They had a new case of these. I thought, you know what? I'll get 2 because they're cute. And then the longer I stayed in Target, I'll get 4. You know what? It'd be cool to show these off. Maybe I'll get like 8 of them. Oh, well, 12, you say. You know, like I'm going to get 12 because I found the imposter one. Yeah. So this is all I got. And I'll probably never see them again, but by the time I do, the other figures will probably be out and it won't be a big deal. Oh, this one is one of the rare ones. This is the top hat. Nice. Yeah, that is right here on the rare crewmates. He is playing the TF2 game. He has, I was gonna say these are top hats, but it almost looks like they're just like pilgrim hats, like a traffic cone or something. Don't know why I didn't focus for a second there. It's cool. Yeah. Now, the other thing is with duplicates, it's not actually bad to get them because that gives you more. I'm trying to justify this, aren't I? It gives you more friends to work with. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, please let me know. Oh, sweet. This is a ghost. Hold on. Wow. Okay, well, I take everything back. We have a ghost sculptor. He might be cosplaying as a kaiju or a slime. I like that a lot. I honestly didn't expect that. I thought it was just like a plant or something. Yeah, that is full on. This is the ghost stamp. You know, if you've got this, you failed your tasks or your friends ejected you. Let's put that in the stamp of approval pile that I've subconsciously started. That one's more of like a lime color. Honestly, I should probably stamp all of these, but it's you know, maybe I'll do that later. But the review's not complete if you don't do it all. I'll turn it to the side to see the little tail. That's so cool. I didn't think there would be one. I don't know why. What would be really cool is if I could get the bone figure. He's destroying the box. The resale value. Oh, it's the potted plant. Let's try that again. Oh, it's the sprout. Yeah. Pretty cute. He's doing some growing. It's kind of like a sort of rubbery material here. I'm gonna have to be careful. Don't want to accidentally break that. Now this one is more of a tangerine, maybe gold. He's looking at like you have the parallel here between life and death, and the Reaper of Chaos. I don't know. Only got 2 left. Now, when I grabbed these from the box, I did kind of like try to do the weight thing, you know, like when people have blind boxes with no code, you kind of shake them around like, oh, this one's kind of differently weighted and stuff, but I tend to mess those up. I'm really good at feeling Lego minifigures. I can spend like 30 minutes getting all of them in one set, but you give me a blind box, so I have to shake it, and I have no idea. Oh, this is the plunger one. I thought it was going to be another duplicate because it had, you know, yellow coloring here. So we have 2 of the rare ones already. We have the plunger and the top hat, pilgrim something, I don't know. He's got a little bit of a scratcherino here. But maybe that's just him staring intensely. Like, oh, POV, you want to clean the restroom, but your friend has put the... I don't even know where that's going. I'm going to stop that before it goes anywhere weird. Check this out. He looks almost like a crayon, honestly. The top of the plunger is also rubbery. It's a very nice little material, you know, just in case you got some rough play going on there. And here we have the final figure. What's it gonna be? I don't know. I usually have pretty good luck with these things, so I'm going to say that this is not a duplicate. I'm going to call that this is the bone one, and I'm going to treat it with respect. I will use my scissors to gently open the top to show how much respect I have for the company. Ah, well, now I just cursed it. Oh! It's the egg one. I got so excited that he fell on the ground. So this is the teal one that has the egg on its face, or rather on the very top. It almost kind of looks less like an egg and more like it's got literally the exact shape and coloring of, you know, like a allergy pill or something you take, and then on top of there is kind of just like almost like a frosting of whipped cream, you know. Anyway. So yeah, got that little stamp right there. Let's get a final shot of all these friends, shall we? We got the ghost, the plague doctor, all that good stuff. Let's bring them in. Now the big question is, what do I do with the duplicates of shame? No, he already fell over too. I think that these friends are going to go to someone else. And we'll bring back our gigantic buddy. And you can see the scale here. It's just, he could probably be eating one of these, honestly. Just... put that in his mouth. Ah. I like that. So those are the Toikido Among Us Stampers, and I gotta say, they're pretty cool. I think we got a pretty good set here. You know, we got the some of the super rare ones, which is pretty nice. No imposter, no bone-in figure, but, you know, you can't win them all. Especially not in Among Us. I get killed pretty much immediately, or whenever I say something honest, people say that I'm lying. I only tell the truth, and they shame me for it. We got all these cool figures. They're very nice. Very, you know, they're relatively hefty. They're not light. And the stamping gimmick is pretty fun, and you know, kids and adults alike are going to enjoy them, have a blast. Pretty darn high quality, especially the bigger ones. I really like the imposter here. The sculpt is really impressing me, and I'm really excited to see all the other Toikido Among Us figures come out, because there's the 4-inch figures, there's like the backpack keychains, there's just a massive assortment. I've been trying to keep track of them. It's hard, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming. You can use these for whatever you want. You can have them be little board game pieces. You can have them be, you know, just displays like here, like the egg one is being eaten, so Solid Snake has to come in and save them. Whatever you want to do, that's your prerogative. That's going to be it for this review. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And if you're interested, check out Toikido's stuff. It's pretty cool. And hopefully there will be more accessible Among Us figures coming to stores. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.